Hey YouTube, it's Steve and I'm back with a new video, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing something new that I got. This time it's not a barbecue video, sort of a tech review unboxing, so stay tuned. So if you're like me, you may enjoy a good cup of coffee, you may even enjoy some of the ice flavors and different varieties and things like that. But you also live on a budget because you may work a 9-to-5 job. Well, anyway, for me, I've had a small coffee pot that does a good job. As of late, I've noticed that it leaks a little bit and leaves some of the coffee grounds in the bottom of the cup, which is not something that it normally have been doing. And even though I made adjustments on it, it still did that. And I just kind of felt like the time was right to try something new, so I bought this yesterday. I bought this. This is the Ninja coffee bar system, and I've been eyeing this thing for quite some time. To be honest with you, it's probably been over a year that I've been checking it out, but like I said, this thing costs a decent bit of money, and I'll get into that a little bit later on. But I just felt like the timing on it was right, and went ahead and sprung on it. So let me show you what all comes in the system and do a quick review of it, and then I'll go from there. I'll talk about some things that I'm planning on doing with it, possibly on this channel. So yeah, let's get to it. So rather than waste your time doing a whole unboxing thing of flipping it open and going through all of that, I took the liberty of unpacking everything previously, and here's what you got. You've got a quick start guide as well as some warranty information, safety information here. I know in the past they had been given a cookbook with 20 recipes. This particular one comes with a 100 recipe coffee house book, and that's the other thing about this. Well, let me get to that. The brewer itself. Right here you have the glass carafe and the frother. You'll notice that there is no tumbler. That's part of what I was going to address as far as the different models that they have. And right here you have the device itself, the Ninja coffee bar. Now let me just go ahead and hit on a couple of key things on here. First and foremost, you've heard me address that there's no tumbler and that there's different models. I was interested in getting the one with the tumbler, however, since this one doesn't come with it, it's not the end of the world. This particular model is a CF091. They also make a CF092. The only difference between those two is that the 92 comes with a tumbler, this one doesn't. And you'll see, if you do a little bit of research, you'll see that there's lots of different models, but really there's only 3 overall. You get the one like this that comes with a glass carafe, which is what I have here. So you get the model here that comes with the glass carafe, and then you also get another model that comes with a thermal carafe. And the big difference between those two is this one here, this glass carafe, because it's glass, it needs to be heated. It needs something to keep it hot for an extended period of time. So what you see here on the bottom of this particular model is a burner plate, this right here. So that's what keeps the carafe hot for extended periods of time. And then you also have, like I said, it comes with the frother attachment, which goes on the side. I'll get to that in a second. But you also have a model that has a thermal carafe. Now with the thermal carafe, there is no heating element down here in the bottom. That thermal carafe is designed to be able to keep your coffee hot for up to 2 hours. And then you have a third model that is a variation. Either it has the glass or the, now both of those variations, the one with the glass and the thermal carafe, both of them normally come with the tumbler. And then you have the third variation, which is either a glass or a thermal carafe with no tumbler. And that's a variation that I've gotten here. So kind of walking around the system, the first thing you notice is that there's a lot of stuff taped up and everything on it. So what you want to do first, while you're looking around that, you want to take the, the tape as well as the bags off of everything. So right here on the side, you've got tape holding or covering your scoop, and it's one of these smart scoops. It's a double-ended, so one end, the smaller end, is for your smaller cups and thermoses, and then your large end is for making half and full carafe pots of coffee. At the top, and it just there's a little peg, but I don't know if you guys got to see, but right here in the middle there's a little hole. So on the side of the coffee maker there's a peg here, and it just fits right in there like that. At the top you have your the frother, and it's covered up with a couple of stickers, so you just want to kind of take this, peel it off. The frother itself comes out to the side when in use. Now, a word about this frother: this is not a frother that's going to warm coffee in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't do that. All it does is really kind of foam it up. So you're still going to need to like microwave your coffee or creamer or whatever you're doing. You're going to need to warm that up for a good 30 to 45 seconds before you froth it. And it just simply goes in here like that. And it's powered by a little button at the top, which I'll show you in a second once I get it plugged up. Okay, across the top here there's another sticker that goes all the way down the side, and that covers, well, that kind of keeps the water reservoir here. And if you saw some of it already, when I was pulling the sticker off, you saw the lid kind of fall off. But this is it. It's a real simple lid. Not really fall off, it just pulled up. You can fill this a couple of different ways. Matter of fact, let me pull the reservoir off, and it comes off really, really simple. It's got a, I believe it's a 43 ounce reservoir here. So this is it right here. And if you look on the front, it's got the different fill lines for amounts of coffee that you would use. So right here you've got your smaller cup, and you've got your thermos fill line, you've got a half carafe fill line here, and then a full carafe fill line right here at the top. And you can fill this up, like I said, you can pull this whole thing off, take it over to the sink, open it up and fill it up here, or take this top off and fill it up there. And like I said, it just goes back on, just sits there in place. If you turn it around on the back, to the back, you'll notice that there is a place here for your power cord to just kind of wrap around if you want to take this traveling. And it also comes with a little safety plug, which of course you can take off once you get ready to use. But yeah, this doesn't come with the longest cord, and I've noticed that with coffee pots they don't come with the longest cords. But this is anticipating that you're going to have this on like a counter or someplace close to an electrical outlet. On the front, you notice that I was saying a lot about taking stickers off, and I've taken off all of them except one. This particular one I'm going to leave on. Okay, so this particular sticker is on the, if you're facing at the bottom right hand corner, well, the bottom right hand half of the coffee pot, And what it has, it's a sticker showing the different cup size features that it comes with. So you can make a 9.5. So you can make a 9.5 ounce cup, an 11.5 ounce cup, a thermos, or a travel mug. You see that setting there. Then you've got a you got a multi-serve, which would have been the tumbler. I can still order that tumbler from Ninja's website if I wanted to, but it's also got a multi-serve, what is it, 18 ounce size tumbler on here. You also have a half carafe setting and a full carafe. And then going down the front of it, down the front you've got your different settings, and like I said, I'm going to go into some of this in just a second. But you've got your classic brew, your rich brew, over ice brew, specialty, concentrated types of coffee. And you have to pay attention to this because it tells you up front. A lot of people are surprised at the amount of coffee that comes out when they use some of these different settings, but for specialty it tells you you're only going to get 4 ounces. So it doesn't matter if you use a 9.5 ounce cup, you're not even going to get half of it as far as your coffee back because it's concentrated. And then you've got a Cafe Forte setting, which is 8 ounces. You've got a clean setting down here. You've also got a stay warm setting, which you can use to kind of reheat a carafe if it's been sitting a while. Like this particular one is not a thermal carafe, so if it's been sitting for a while and it's shut off, I can use the stay warm feature and turn the setting to half or full carafe, press classic brew, and it'll rewarm the thermos. Also has a delay brew, which means that if you're like me, you're an early riser and you leave out of the house at a certain time every day heading to work, what you can do is you can set this up to a day in advance and it'll make the coffee for you. So when it's time for you to leave, all you do is come downstairs, grab your thermos, fill it up, and keep going. You've also got a digital clock here and then a power button. So what I'm going to do right now is plug this up and show you just a little bit of this, how to get it started. But before I do, I did want to cover one other feature that I thought was really, really awesome about this coffee pot, or this coffee system. I have to get it right. Now up top here, you've got your area where your coffee and your filter goes, and I love it because it just kind of slides out there. Matter of fact, see if I can bring this a little closer. And inside here, you've got a little handle. You notice that it's got a permanent filter. Now you can also use a paper filter if you want to, and it gives you instructions for doing that. But I'll tell you up front, it's like the number 4 cone type filters. You can find those at Walmart, Dollar Tree, Food Line. You can find them anywhere for relatively cheap, or you can just use this one. It's a permanent mesh kind of like filter, and it's washable and you can reuse it. I've used these for other coffee pots. They're awesome. It also has this feature right here with the drip stop. So a lot of times you may be making coffee, you're waiting on the carafe to fill, but you kind of like to go ahead and get your coffee, your cup, while it's still brewing. And if you like me, you may have done the thing where you kind of pull the carafe out of the way at the same time trying to put your cup up there to make sure you don't make a mess. Yeah, we've all been there and done that. But this here, with this coffee system, you don't have to do that. The drip stop controls all of that. So if you're interested right here, it's on. If I had coffee in here brewing right now, it would be brewing and filling the carafe. But say if it was full to a certain point and I wanted to go ahead and get my cup, I could just turn the drip stop off. Now I can move the carafe out of the way, put my cup down, flip this back on and let it fill up, and then once it's full, turn it back off and replace the carafe and keep right on going. So that's a great feature. Also, before you get started making any type of coffee in this, you want to clean it, and according to the instructions, you're supposed to run some water through here to clean it twice. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll get back with you and brew my first cup of coffee on it. So stay tuned. Okay, and before I do this, run this through for this cleaning cycle, what I wanted to also show you guys was how to set the clock. It's really simple. Just a matter of pressing the hour and the minute button. Alright, so when setting the time, it's just a matter of pressing the hour and the minute button. Once you get it to the time that you want, you let it go, and as you saw, the clock will flash for a couple seconds and then it locks in. There's your time is set. Now, right now the machine is still off, so when you turn it on, we just simply press the power button there, and you'll notice that a couple of the lights cut on. Now, having just cut it on, you notice that a couple of the lights are cut on. You notice that this power light here is cut on, and then you've also got the drip stop and preheating. So what it's doing right now is it's actually preheating the coffee pot to temperature, but the drip stop, this lets you know here that the drip stop up top is in the lock position. So before we do anything, we need to make sure we move that. Also, if you come up a little bit, right here you notice that it's on the full carafe setting, which is what we want it on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fill this up, take the drip stop off and run it through. So like I said, the instructions are saying that I need to do that twice. So that's going to be pushing that clean button down here. Once we get all of the water in here, we're going to push clean. Now, as I'm doing this, am I noticing things that I like and dislike about it? Absolutely. The only thing that I see right now that I dislike is the fact that there's a lot of plastic parts, especially, well, this reservoir is plastic, and there's a pro and a con to that. The pro is that if you drop it and you break it, it's a lot less expensive to replace than a glass one would be. But the con to that is glass holds up better. I mean, you've got a glass carafe and everything. So like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn the drip stop on to the on position and press the clean button. So as you can see, that clean button down there is flashing, and it's saying here, down here at the bottom, clean, and it also gave a time of about a minute, so I'm guessing that's about how long it'll take to actually drain the water and clean it. And it probably is, because I'm looking at the water reservoir on the side, and it's already drained from the max fill line to about halfway to the max fill line is right at the full carafe line, so it's about halfway in between there and half carafe. Okay guys, I'm back and I'm in the last stages of cleaning this out. Now if you remember last clip, when I first started cleaning, it said cleaning down there in that lighted area, and it said a 1, and I assumed that that meant 1 minute. No, it's actually an hour. It takes an hour for this to cycle through, and that was not information that I had seen readily available in any of the videos or anything, any research that I'd done prior to this. So not a big deal. Just understand that going in, when you do this cleaning for the very first time before using it, you have to do 2 cycles of 1 hour each, so that's a total of 2 hours, and then you do a final flush, which is 8 minutes. So you're looking at about 2 hours and 8 minutes of prep time before you even are able to use it. Now with cleaning this, you can use vinegar, white vinegar only, a mixture of white vinegar and water. But for the initial cleaning, you can use that for descaling. For your initial cleaning, all I'm using is just water, because this was in a box. Yeah, I don't know what was done prior to that, but I'm just using scalding hot water, letting that run through. I did 2 cycles of that, and then I'm doing a flush now. And after that, I'll be ready to use it. So I just wanted to update you on that, give you a quick brief on how the cleaning cycle goes. For the final clip, I'll come back and do some coffee and let you guys see how that turns out. I'll do a little bit of coffee, taste test, and then we'll wrap it up. So I'll see you then. Alright, so the final part of this demo here is I'm going to go ahead and put some coffee on. Right now I've got it filled up to the half carafe line on the side over here, and you can't see that, but you'll see it as we go along. And for measurements, I got my favorite blended coffee here, but I'm just going to use this spoon here. I'm not sure how well this is coming out before. You can see right here for half carafes is 3 to 4 scoops, and then for a full carafe is 4 to 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put 3 full-size scoops in here. Make it 3.5. Alright, and then once I do that, go ahead and push this in. And what I want to do, you see the drip stop is open, so it's ready to go. But I'm going to set this on rich brew. Well, actually I need to turn it back on. As you can see there, turn it down to half carafe and put it on rich brew and let it do its thing. While it's doing that, I've got a little bit of creamer. I'm going to heat this up for about 35-45 seconds and then come back and froth it and use that and put it in my coffee. Alright guys, so that last part of the video that I did for whatever reason did not come out good, but I can tell you this, the frother worked great. It thickened the creamer up. Probably don't want to leave creamer in the microwave for about as long as I did. I'd say heat it up maybe 10-15 seconds and then use the frother to make it a little thicker, and it came out great. The cream actually sat right on the top, just like what you'd get in some of the big coffee houses, and everything came out good. So I will highly recommend this, and I'll tell you one of the things that I'm thinking about doing going forward is a weekly series where I can check out different types of coffees, be they hot, cold, specialty coffees, and do like a coffee of the week. I was telling you earlier about the recipe book that came with it. For all of the other videos that I've seen as well as information that I've read, most of them come with a 20 recipe book. Mine came with a 100 recipe book, so there's a lot there to pick from, as well as different recipes that I've seen, and I'm sure recipes that you guys have known or know about. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, please drop a comment down below. Let me know what type of coffee you'd be interested in, what type of flavors, or whatever type of ingredients that you may use. If you like this video and others like it, then please hit that like button. Remember to share it with others. Drop a comment down below, even if it's constructive criticism. I'm open to hear what you have to say. And if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.